what happened to your Ferrari? Hi guys, and welcome back, and welcome to another video where today you join me with my BMW M2, my filthy M2. Last time I drove this was something like 3 to 4 days ago, and on that day it was a wet and miserable day. I parked the car back up and I came to drive it today and I was like, is it really that dirty? I can't believe it. That is one problem with owning a black car. I seem to constantly be cleaning it. Let me explain what is going on in today's video. A couple of days ago, I put on my Instagram that I'm going to be doing a Q&A and answering the questions which you guys sent to me. There was something like 300 comments. I'm not going to bore you and answer 300 comments. I'm going to scroll through and see the ones which stand out. What I'm going to do is jump in the BMW M2 and get this Q&A underway. Ah, that rhymed. The big problem with owning a blacked out M2, like I say, is that it is filthy, and then all these little fingerprint marks from shutting the boot. I just love the look of this car. This car looks mega with its all blacked out. Honestly, when this is clean, it just shines so much. Let's start her up. Quite tame, but that is going to be fixed very soon. Let's get this Q&A underway. So I'm going to be driving the M2 in London, so traffic will probably be horrendous. There's a 458 behind me. Is it a sign? First question, do I have a girlfriend / wife? And what is so special about the BMW M2? Well, first things first, I'm going to answer the first part of that question. No, I don't have a girlfriend, and no, I am not married. Basically. And what is so special about the M2? I tell you what, when I was looking at all these different cars that I potentially could get as my next daily driver, the M2 was something that was just a little bit different. Just being rear-wheel drive, because I've owned all-wheel drive cars for so long that I wanted just to change it up a bit, spice it up a bit, and a car which basically keeps me on my toes. Whoa! Someone has asked, am I going to be modifying the M2, and do I plan on keeping it for very long? Well, yes, I am going to be modifying this car. One thing I am very, very unsure on is if I'm going to tune this car. I'm going to be brutally honest, solely because I really like the power to weight ratio that this car has at the moment. I find that it's very drivable, and if you take it a step too far in terms of tuning, first of all, warranty, you got a bit of a warranty issue straight away. Tuning side, very unsure. Exhaust side, 100%, and that is happening in the next couple of weeks. Funny enough, I texted Ollie from Quicksilver and I was like, when's the exhaust going on? I want it on. And he was basically saying that it's probably 2 weeks away. So we're 2 weeks away from this sounding epic. I honestly think it's going to sound amazing, and I feel like a kid at Christmas. I've done exhaust on a lot of cars, but this, I think it's just something I'm not used to, and it's something so different that I'm very, very excited about that. There are some random questions which do get sent in, and I've been asked this one: chicken or turkey? I mean, chicken. One of the questions which has come up quite a lot, and it has come up again, funnily enough, is what happened to your Ferrari? Well, I'm going to explain exactly, just to clarify it, because it does get asked so much. If some of you were around when I first started YouTube, there was a blue 550 Maranello Ferrari. What has happened to it? Will it appear on your channel, etc.? Well, the car is still around. It is still around, but it's in storage, solely because these cars are basically just going up in value all the time. They really are. They're basically future classics. I do really enjoy driving it. I think it's a really nice driving experience with the gated gearbox. It's got a stunning blue paint on it. I've wanted to bring it out and just sort of drive it once again, but like I say, it's not just personally owned by me, it's more of a family car. So that will not be the case, and I think I'd just be silly to take it out. It's a total different driving experience, it really is. Like, the clutch is so heavy. The best place for that car at the moment is to stay in a garage. And will it come out in the summer? Will it appear again? I just need to see really, because it's not something that which are just going to drive to Monaco, etc. Reliability, all these things you need to take into account with something which is a little bit older. So I hope that has cleared it up, but the main focus for me is the M2 and the R8. This is quite convenient. One of the questions is, how much does it cost to fill up the M2? Well, you're going to find out exactly, because I'm running low on fuel and I need to fill it up. We're already on £30, so we know it's a lot more than that. I mean, it's cheap compared to the R8, put it that way. But £50, it might be more than we think here. It generally is £52. There we go. We can see it right there. Let's go off topic a little bit, because we're keeping this Q&A very generic. Someone's asked, do you live at your parents' house? No, I don't. Recently, I moved to London. I currently rent an apartment in London, and I really do enjoy it. It's been a big move for me because I was so used to living in the countryside, and it was, to be honest, a lot easier to film because the city, like, I'm surrounded by cars, so like, oh, help me! It's just really nice having my friends around, having fellow YouTubers around as well, being able to just have more opportunities filming wise. Have you thought about what your next supercar is going to be? And another question which is in there as well, I'm going to answer it at the same time, is are you going to buy a Ferrari 458? So let's answer both of those at the same time. Some of you are aware I spoke about putting the performance parts on the R8, and that is basically rear diffuser, side skirts, wheels, brake lining, everything. Basically transforms the R8 into a racing car effectively, a road car which you can take on the track and it would still be incredibly fast. And I love that idea, potentially, of doing that, because it will allow me to make more track content. I really would like to make more track content for you guys, so you can see that and see my driving skills without sort of bigging myself up. If you go to something like a 458, okay, a 458 is everyone's dream car. Don't get me wrong, it is so cool, but is it a step back in terms of performance? Obviously, investment-wise, it's very good because those prices are holding their value very well. But in terms of performance, it's not going to be as good as the R8, is it? So there are quite a few factors going on in my head, and it's all about what I can afford. And I don't want to stretch myself to a point where you can't afford something, and I don't want to be in that position. So at the moment, yeah, it's the R8 and the M2, and maybe we will see the R8 having performance parts and totally transforming. I mean, that kit alone is, well, I thought it'd be like £10,000, that kit. It's actually £25,000 to £30,000. Okay, this one is quite funny. Someone has said, what is it like being a pigeon? Right, TGE started naming me a pigeon. It's very odd, I do know. But this has gone around the internet and everyone seems to be calling me a pigeon. What is this all about, this whole pigeon thing? Personally, I don't know myself. I'm still getting used to life as a pigeon. The emojis keep appearing in my Instagram. Pigeon emojis seem to be appearing all the time. You know, that's just life as a pigeon. Someone's asked if my dad is Lewis Hamilton. No, my dad is not Lewis Hamilton. Is the RS4 going to join the M2 and the R8 in my lineup of cars? Well, I drove the RS4 abroad and I loved it. I basically decided that that's a car which I want to get. So I'm in the process of trying to sort of arrange it and see if it's all going to be possible. 100% I want to get the new RS4. I think it's just such a wicked car. Do you get one brand new, spec it out yourself? We need to look at sort of realizing, obviously, depreciation. So there are a few different factors going in my head. So I'm now back and the M2 is all parked up. I'm not going to clean the car on camera and bore you all with slow-mos of sort of cleaning the car. I've done that enough times. So a massive thank you to everyone who sent in your questions. I really do appreciate it. And there's a lot of exciting content coming up in the next week, which I cannot wait to share. There's a video which I'm filming tomorrow, which is so exciting, but I'm not going to share it just yet, but it will all make sense very, very soon. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you all very soon.